Well, while U.S. President Barack Obama was out on his Asia tour, Mother Nature struck back home, killing 17 people via tornadoes as a huge storm system swept across the central and southern United States. 16 of the victims were in several suburbs of Little Rock in Arkansas, while one other person was killed in the northeast of Oklahoma, where many buildings were badly damaged. Tornadoes also struck in Nebraska, Kansas, Iowa, and Missouri.
An aide to Arkansas Governor Mike Beebe said 5 people had died in both Volker and Pulaski counties, with another fatality reported in White County. 2 people were killed in Vilonia, a small town in Faulkner County in central Arkansas, of some 3,800 people, and rescuers are still digging through the rubble of ruined buildings, looking for more victims.
We were in church, and some of the people were apparently getting weather notifications on their phone, and kind of motioning to me. I was sitting up front, and it was like, "There's a tornado coming," and I really didn't pay much attention to it. And then I got one on my phone, so I jumped up and run outside, and sure enough, it's right back over here. It's right over these buildings here. It was pretty wide. Some people saying half a mile wide. So it was huge though. It was dark cloud. I run back in. I was like, man, it's on the way. So we all kind of hunkered down in here, and
Another resident, Phil Ellis, described the aftermath of the tornado in town.
I saw some of the biggest trees just turned upside down, and literally the houses picked up and set on top of cars. It was, over there, some of the garages are just literally out, the cars in the garage in the yard.
A spokesman for the Faulkner County Sheriff's Office said there was a mass casualty situation and numerous injuries were reported. TV footage showed houses ripped off their foundations with cars toppled on top of the rubble. 1 person died when a tornado tore through Mayflower, 22 miles northwest of Little Rock. In Mayflower, some of about 45 homes were destroyed in the newer subdivision, and a lumber yard was damaged. That's according to Will Elder, an alderman in the city of 2,300 people, with at least 1 person being injured. The tornado passed through the east side of town, tearing up trees and bringing down power lines, making it difficult for the emergency services to find stricken areas in the darkness, and forcing authorities to shut down Interstate 40. More than 40 members of the National Guard were involved as a state of emergency was declared in 4 Arkansas counties. Arkansas Governor Mike Beebe confirmed 11 people in Arkansas were killed in Sunday's tornado outbreak.
Being joined on the World Today by the VOA correspondent Rebecca Ward. She's at the Washington newsroom. She joins us now via Skype. Victoria, good to have you join us on the. Rebecca, good to have you join us on the World Today. Let's just understand. This tornado was least expected, right?
It was not terribly expected. It was a very, actually it was several tornadoes that hit this area in what's called Tornado Alley, or parts of the area called Tornado Alley. And it was devastating, and actually hit some areas that had been hit 3 years earlier. In some cases, wiping out houses that had just been newly built from the hurricane the tornado 3 years ago. So I wouldn't say it was totally unexpected. There was a number of storms in the area, and just created what they call a supercell phenomenon, and that spawned these tornadoes, one as wide as 3/4 of a kilometer.
Wow. And I could just imagine the damage. You've been looking at pictures all day. Some houses ripped from their foundations, and lots of damage and debris all over the place. But how well are rescue operations going on right now?
Well, they're ongoing, of course, and the total number of dead that I've seen reported has been at least 16, possibly more, because as they go house to house to search under the rubble for survivors of these tornadoes, that number could go higher.
But what are the chances really of finding survivors? I mean, given the intensity and the seriousness of this particular situation, you said several tornadoes, what are the chances really of finding any survivors under rubble?
Well, in these areas, in what's known as Tornado Alley, many of the homes are built with cellars or basements. And some people can hide in there. The house may collapse on top of this, on top of its foundation, but underground there may be some areas where family members were able to gather and huddle together till the storm passed.
And what's the weatherman saying? Any more tornadoes coming up anytime soon?
Actually, the storm system is heading east, and I did read of some reports they expect the Mississippi and Tennessee valleys.
Well, I think we lost you for a bit there, Rebecca, but thank you so much for expanding our understanding of the tornado that hit Arkansas and some other states in the United States. Rebecca Ward is a correspondent with the Voice of America. She spoke to us from the newsroom in Washington.